Welcome to the Sisters in Service podcast, the space where stories from active duty veterans, military spouses, and even military brats finally get the spotlight they deserve. I'm your host, Kat Corchado, Air Force veteran, movement specialist, and the heart behind this podcast. I started Sisters in Service because too many stories from our community were going untold. Stories of resilience, transition, identity, and the strength it takes to serve and to thrive beyond the uniform. This podcast is about connection, empowerment, and reminding each of us that our service didn't end when our military chapter closed. It simply evolved. Sisters in Service is proudly sponsored by Fit for Life Alliance, a space where people are committed to feeling better in their bodies every single day, and by My Sexy Business, where you can own a business that doesn't own you. So grab your coffee, your journal, or your walking shoes, because every episode is an invitation to listen, learn, and lean into the powerful stories that remind us service is a sisterhood that never fades. Welcome, everyone, to a special edition of the Sisters in Service podcast. I have named this my Thanksgiving wish for you, the listener. So you know me, I'm your host, Kat Corchado, and it's this whole holiday season and other seasons too, but this one in particular started with me thinking about family gatherings or just friends gatherings. So I wanted to have a real conversation about family. Okay, listen, I say family, but that includes everybody in your circle. The relatives, the chosen family, the friends who become fixtures in your life, and the people who show up in ways big and small. The holiday season has a way of throwing us into the deep end of togetherness, doesn't it? One minute you're sipping cocoa and feeling all warm and fuzzy, and the next minute, someone asks you a question that makes you rethink why you came in the first place. You know, that relative that always asks, when are you getting married if you've been dating someone? Or when are you going to have kids if you've just got married? The person who wants to know all about your life. So today we're diving into gratitude, not the Pinterest version, but the kind that holds space for love, irritation, tenderness, and the occasional desire to hide in the pantry or even the bathroom. I've done that before. Because here's the truth. Gratitude isn't only for the people who are easy to love. It's for the whole collection, the crew, the tribe, the characters who make up your story. And yes, we'll absolutely talk about that one family member who comes armed with the corny jokes and zero remorse. So let's talk about family. Family gatherings are a whole nother animal, right? You walk into the door and instantly fall into the familiar rhythms, almost like choreography. You walk in and you've got the hugger who squeezes like they're checking your bone density. The relative who gives commentary under their breath like they're narrating a wildlife documentary. The person who shows up late but acts like they've been there the whole time. And of course, the keeper of the corny jokes. You know the one. And honestly, we love them for it, and sometimes need to brace ourselves for what's coming next. Family is this complicated mix of comfort and chaos. You can be laughing one minute and rolling your eyes the next. You can be deeply grateful and mildly annoyed at the same time. Those emotions can coexist, and they often do. The beauty of family isn't that it isn't perfect. It's never been perfect. It's this constantly evolving ecosystem where everyone grows, everyone shifts, and everyone carries some history. And yet, despite it all, there's a bond underneath the noise. Family, whether chosen or inherited, isn't about perfection. It's about presence. So let's take a moment and talk about gratitude. Not the kind where you make a grocery list or a laundry list of I'm grateful for everything while mentally making a list of people who tested your nerves today. I'm talking about real gratitude, the kind that acknowledges You know, I love you even when you work my last nerve, even when you ask too many questions, even when you retell the same story over and over again from 1990 something, and the story gets longer every year. So gratitude is easier when we stop trying to force it into neat categories. You don't have to be grateful for every habit, every comment, every corny joke, but you can be grateful for the person behind it. Think about your circle for a moment. The cast of characters who walk through your life. The encouragers, the truth tellers, the comedians, the oversharers, the peacemakers, the drama queens and kings, and yes, the corny joke specialist. Each one of them adds something to your life, sometimes sweetness, sometimes spice, sometimes the need for a walk around the block, but all are a part of the recipe. Gratitude becomes richer when we honor the whole spectrum. Because when we look back on our lives, it's not the perfectly curated moments we remember, it's the messy, funny, unexpected, real ones. But you know, all of that can change via a phone call. Life shifts fast. A diagnosis, an accident, a moment that changes everything. We've all had at least one moment where time suddenly felt fragile. And when that happens, arguments, annoyances, petty grievances, they seem to fade. What rises to the top is love, presence, memory, the sound of someone's laugh, the way they walked into a room, the little things they said, even the corny jokes you pretended to dread. Those become the stories you hold on to, the ones you wish you could hear just one more time. This isn't just about sadness. This is about perspective and remembering that the people in our lives, even the complicated ones, are gifts. Temporary gifts, beautiful, imperfect, irreplaceable gifts. When we understand the fragility of these connections, we show up differently. We soften, we stay present longer. We choose our words more intentionally. We listen a little deeper. We hug a little tighter. And we appreciate the moments, even the chaotic ones, because they're part of the brief, irresistible dance of being alive together. So as you navigate your Thanksgiving gatherings this year, try this. Let yourself be present, not perfect. Notice the little things, the laughter drifting from another room, the familiar voices overlapping, the person who makes their same signature dish every year, the corny jokes that show up like clockwork, the small acts of care that often go unnoticed. And when someone gets on your last nerve, and let's be honest, someone will, use it as a tiny invitation to breathe, smile internally, and think, I'm grateful we're still here together. Because one day you'll realize that even these imperfect moments were the good old days. So thank you for spending this little bit of time. I call this my Thanksgiving wish for you today. Family is wild, wonderful, and I hope this episode helps you appreciate your circle a little more. The entire circle, everyone in the circle, not just the people who are easy to love, but everyone. Remember, gratitude isn't a holiday decoration you pull out once a year. It's something you build moment by moment in the way you see and love the people around you. So go enjoy your people, every quirky, loving, nerve-testing one of them. Even the one who will absolutely corner you with a joke that starts with, hey, did you hear about ... So until next time, keep moving, keep loving, and keep savoring the beautiful chaos of your life. So please stay safe, take care of each other. Until next time. And please remember, it's never too late to start your impossible.